everyone, Ronan back. We're going to be doing Violet Evergarden today. We're doing episode 6, and we're going to see what Violet gets into this time, because we're kind of going into now her going into different situations, it feels like, and seeing if she can, like how she does with each situation. It looks like maybe I get the vibe that some time has passed, and because she was doing really well, like she didn't really do a whole lot of anything wrong. If anything, it was just people weren't used to her mannerisms or anything like that, if anything. But when they needed her to write a letter, she was able to knock it out flying colors, no problem, you know. Because when you first watch this and you see her writing stuff, you even feel like you could write a better letter than she can. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, I definitely can't write a letter like that for her or for whoever she's writing for. So it seems like some time has passed, because now she just seems like a professional, but she's still searching for the meaning of, you know, what does I love you mean? But we kind of did run into some people from her past who know her, and she didn't really have much of a reaction to them, which is kind of, I mean, I guess that's typically Violet, but maybe she doesn't quite understand the gravity of what she's done in the past. That's something I never really thought about with her, because she's very like laser focused. So if there are some other nuances going on around her before, she's just now settling into her new life and being more aware of certain things. You know, she's probably not thinking about a whole lot from her past other than what the corporal said, right? We're going to see what's going on here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We do have Patreon up, and these episodes are up to 3 weeks ahead. We do also have a Discord server, and that link's going to be in the description below. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into this. I wonder if we're going to be coming back into where we sort of left off. It doesn't look like we are. Looks like we have traveled very far. I don't think that's the case. I can already tell this guy is going to have an interesting interaction with Violet. She's nothing like what he described. I wonder, is that like kind of not a prerequisite, but you know, are auto memory dolls supposed to be beautiful women to begin with? Because I've noticed they typically are in the show, but I just figured that was just the show being the show, you know. Even the ugly people on this show are better looking than me. Bad comparison, but is it like Hooters? It's, you know, you go there expecting the waitresses to look beautiful and whatnot. It's being an auto memory doll, like working at Hooters. I do wonder why there's so many auto memory dolls. Hey, that's cool that she can run into her old classmates. That old guy was just like, oh my god. I bet you all the guys are like, fuck yeah. Of course. Got to meet your match. Violet Evergarden. Lost your composure there, didn't you? Talking all big before. では手始めに共通古典語で書かれたこの本からだ。400年前に観測されたアリー彗星についての記述から入る。言っておくが俺は解読が早い。記述が追いつかないようならお前は無用の長物と心得ております。 All of his expectations of her are gonna be blown away.
聖バルバロッサもまた同じく光の矢に射抜かれてその魂とムクロを引き剥がされしか光の矢の出現は
She's keeping right up with him. She's like, this is weak shit. I wonder if he's gonna have any trouble reading this.
その別離は悲劇にあらず
Maybe not though. He seems pretty good at his job.
どうやらついてこられるようだなされど高貴なる者の死は民を騒がしむ光の矢走る姿に
Even though he's kind of being an ass, he's like, you can already tell he's like kind of like warming up to her a little bit. But I'm sure they're gonna run into, they're bound to butt heads at some point. But see, Violet's all business, you know? He isn't gonna find any of that bullshit that he thought he was gonna find with one of the dolls.
なんでそんな大変な仕事をしてるんだよ
She has to be really intriguing to him because she's just like not at all what he pictured at all. And she's such a kind of a rare character to come across. He reads interesting things all day, and now he's run into a whole new interesting person to begin with. But I still foresee at some point there's got to be some conflict of some sort, and I'm waiting to see like what that is.
シャヘルの寄付がなけりゃここで働くこともできない孤児だったんだ。
君みたいに素敵な女性あいつ
Oh, people he works with are dicks.
私も孤児です。それに、私は皆様がおっしゃるようなろくな生き方もしておりません。もし、生まれや育ちで会話をする相手が限られるのでしたら、私には関わらない方が良いかと思います。
君、リオンがパートナーだからかばってるんだろ？
いいえ、事実を言っているだけです。
Yeah, fuck those guys. She probably just won a lot of points with him. She just stood her ground but she doesn't fall into those traps.
こういう顔なんだ
私は無表情だとよく言われます。こういう顔です。少し似ていますね。
He's a bit smitten. He might be a bit disappointed. This might be like where he's gonna run into something because she's not, you know, of that mind, you know.
見たくないか200年周期だから生きてるうちにもう見る機会はないぞあ、アリー彗星だ
Even if it doesn't work out, like it still would be a cool thing for him to experience with her.
とてつもなく美しいんだぞ
Poor piece of bread.
そうかなら3日後の夜2時に宿舎の前に誘いに行く待ってろ
She'll be there. She's pretty punctual, right? So, boom, 3 days go by.
覚えてるか図書館でいろいろ言われたの
はい。
あいつらの言っていたことは本当だ今思えば幸せないい家族だったと思うだがある日父が帰ってこなくなった危険な場所へ行くことも少なくない仕事だったんだ
So it was a single mother situation.
リオン待っててねリオンきっと父さんと一緒に帰ってくる
Oh, she went to go look for him. Man, that's even more rough.
だが置いていく俺のことは考えてはくれなかったのかその時俺は学んだんだ恋愛というのは人をそんな風なば
Oh, so he's a bit jaded about that.
その人と離れて寂しくないのか
寂しいというのがどんな気持ちなのか私には理解できないのです
Well, that's great that she recognizes that these emotions exist. She just needs someone to tell her, you know, hey, I feel like this. What is that? And then someone can be there to tell them, explain it to her.
それが寂しいってことだよ
私はあの方と離れて寂しいと感じていた
Wow, that's awesome that he was able to explain that to her.
契約期間中にその人が危険な状況に陥っているって聞かされたらどうする
その問いには選択肢がなく旦那様にどう謝罪しようかと
Oh man.
そうかお前そいつのことを愛して
旦那様あの彗星
Yeah, we were about to crack open that nugget of information about her.
初めて間近に星を見ました。
俺たちはもう二度とあれに出会うことはできない。
I wish we reacted this way to these sorts of events. Cause I have to be honest, like, cause you hear about like, oh yeah, this comet's coming by and it's every thousands of years, and I always miss it.
皆様ありがとうございました。
Huh? Maybe she does.
また来いよ。
Maybe she is in love, and just doesn't know it because it's just, you know, obviously no one's dove into that with her just yet.
俺は今写本家にいるが、本当は父さんと同じ文献収集をやってみたかったんだ。ここはそれが可能だったし、俺はそれを望んでた。
Yeah, man, you should go.
でも俺はその道を選ぼうと思う。
はい。
どこかの星空の下で会うことがあるかもしれない。
Look at her. Look at that smile.
その時はまた一緒に星を見てくれるかなあ、バイオレット・エヴァーガーデン。
Yeah, I think he still likes her.
彼女と会える可能性はどのくらいあるのだろう
But
か。
but it's cool that he understood that she may have somebody else.
閉じ込められていた扉の向こうに歩き出す勇気を彼女がくれたのだから。
She looks so great when she actually smiles, 'cause she rarely does it. And it's just cool that she's kind of learned to do it. Well, another great episode. Yeah, that was actually kind of interesting because it kind of reminded me a little bit of Harry Potter, where like the schools meet, you know, Goblet of Fire. Because you got to see other classmates, and then you got to see a whole other profession kind of mix in, and they have to pair up and work together and things like that. And I would have liked to have seen how the other dolls were mingling with the others, like while they were working. I would have liked to have seen a little bit of that, but I realized we have just a small episode to work with, so we could probably only see what we could. But I actually expected the other anime trope where these two meet, Violet and this guy, I forgot his name already, but I thought they were gonna butt heads with something. That always happens, you know. This guy's a stick in the mud, and he's got this preconception of the main character, and then they meet the main character, and then that main character surpasses all their expectations, and then they can't accept them for a moment, and then they have a moment where then they bond, and then, you know, they leave and happily ever after, and they're friends or whatever. We didn't get that. There wasn't really a whole lot of headbutting at all. Like, there was an initial thing, but then she just immediately dispelled that whole thing with him, and, you know, he basically got put in his place, like, very subtly though. It wasn't like an awkward moment or anything like that. But then you end up finding out that his coworkers are the ones that are kind of douches, and, you know, but they were all trying to get laid, basically, is I think the goal of all of them, because they probably never see women ever, like with where they work, and then now all of a sudden they get all these beautiful women from all over the world to work one-on-one with and do their job. So I can only imagine that they were having the time of their life, basically. So, but it's cool that guy decided to switch up his profession a little bit, and, you know, and it's like yeah, he's following in his father's footsteps, and which I'm not necessarily a super huge fan of following that tradition, but I think the big thing for him was that he wanted to see the world. And I think that's the cool part of it. So I think it's fine that he's doing what his father did once before, but I think that the emphasis is that he's getting out of where he is. He's not waiting for somebody anymore. He's just going to go out and make his own destiny, kind of thing. And yeah, he got inspired by Violet, because she's definitely different than him, but at the same time, they have personality characteristics that are kind of similar, or they at least came from a similar background, and then he sees her doing what she's doing, and you know, it's kind of like this more exciting life, and she's able to experience things. And you know, maybe he kind of felt like, maybe that's why he kind of felt like maybe his coworkers thought that he was not a nice person to be around, because he's just constantly stuck in this rut of playing the waiting game, and nothing's ever happening. So it's understandable why he was the way he was. So very, very well written episode, and well developed character. I actually kind of related to this character. So good episode. Great episode. Well, guys, that's it from me. I'm going to go ahead and watch the next one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.